Hi everyone, I hope you're doing okay. We are here leading up to this eclipse that's happening very, very soon. And I feel like for the last maybe 5 or 6 days, I've been kind of in a haze of clear out since the Soul Expo, but now I'm starting to come out of that and ready to talk with you all about the energies that are present right now, because they're kind of challenging. Anytime we have eclipse portals, we have a big clear out of shadow energy. Anything that you're in denial about, anything that's been hiding below the surface comes to the surface to be released and to be looked at and to be healed. And the primary theme this month that we're focused on in Healing Circle next Wednesday on the 18th is clearing trauma filters. And when that theme came in, I was like, I don't even really know what that is. Thank you all for bringing it in, but I don't know what it is. And so it started to really manifest in my sessions in the last few days, and I wanted to talk with you all about that. But the gist is that we are in a place right now where anything that we have experienced from a trauma perspective that is impacting and coloring the way we cooperate with one another is up to be cleared. So specifically, some of the energies that I'm seeing clearing out for people right now, and myself included very much in this, is expectation energy. So where you go into a relationship or go into a situation or go into a new beginning or a new endeavor with a certain expectation of how it's going to go, whether that's an expectation that it's going to go really well and everybody's going to meet you in joy and it's going to be a loving experience, or you go in with the expectation that, oh, I can't trust, I'm going to be betrayed, something bad is going to happen to me. And so however you're bringing expectation into your experience right now, you're going to be asked to really look at that and try to release that. Releasing expectation, releasing attachment energy as well. Those kind of are kissing cousins, so to speak. They work together. As well, we're really being asked to look at where we are in competition energy. So I'm noticing this pop up a lot for me. I have a lot of inner child triggering happening right now around competition, in partnership, in business relationship, and all kinds of places. And that's really because we're in a stage right now where we're moving more towards unity consciousness. We're moving more towards cooperation, collaboration, and this has to go. Right? So all of this power struggle dynamic energy that we've been in for a long time is clearing out. And, we're seeing that on the world stage with the war in Ukraine. We're seeing some things happening with reproductive rights with women, where there's some power struggles coming in, people trying to tell us what we should be doing with our bodies, right? We're seeing all these different dynamics of competition and power energy coming to the surface. And you may be finding that you're being really triggered right now in jealousy or competition or comparison energy. Maybe there's some self-image stuff coming up. These are all really ripe to be cleared at this moment. And I'm seeing a lot of people working on those themes. So I want to talk with you a little bit about trauma filters for just a second, because this is a really big topic that I don't think many people are talking about, and it's important, I think, for us to understand, because it is up to be cleared at this time too. So I want you to think of trauma filters as the opposite of rose-colored glasses. Okay, so somebody who walks around with rose-colored glasses would look at the world and see only positive, only joyful things, and they would be in a state of spiritual bypassing and missing out on seeing truth, right? And so trauma filters are basically echoes in our mental body space, in our third eye space, in our crown chakra space, kind of the upper head chakra area, of any traumas that we've experienced that have really colored and shifted our ability to be in joy in our reality. And so last month we worked on the root chakra, and we worked in the root chakra on any old traumas that we were holding on to that were keeping us from embodying, right? Keeping us from being in our body consciousness. This month, I'm seeing us work on the opposite end of the body, right, the upper chakras, and working on the echoes of those traumas. So the stories that have been created in our lives based on the traumas that we've experienced. So I'll give you some examples. So let's say that you had some abandonment stuff happen when you were younger. Maybe you were left and in the hospital room, and your mom was really sick after you were born, and you weren't able to be nurtured. Let's just say that. And that created a trauma in your field that says, oh, I am not good enough to be loved. I am not good enough to be nurtured. There isn't nurturing. There isn't support available to me. And so not only would that particular trauma be perpetuated in your relationship to your mother, inclusive of Mother Earth, it would also probably be perpetuated in any relationship or situation that you get into where you're expecting or wanting nourishment and connection. And so that would be a filter that would be in place in those relationships. Now, you could look at this filter and say, well, is that filter being in place meaning that that's how I'm interpreting this relationship? Or is that filter being in place what is creating the difficulty in this relationship? And I think both of those things are true. And so what I'm finding when I clear these filters out is, number one, people's realities are shifting quickly. Okay, like things that they've always assumed were going to happen and keep happening and were true for them start to be in question and start to be cleared out, and new realities start to anchor. And also what happens is sometimes these filters are in place and we're actually in a really good spot in a relationship. We're in a really happy spot in a relationship and we can't see it. We can't even lean into that connection because this filter is in place. And so sometimes as I'm clearing these out, what happens is they go, oh, well, actually, this person really loves me. I really want to be in relationship with them. I'm really happy being in relationship with them. I want to stay in relationship with them. So these filters get in the way of our mental body's ability to discern what our truth is. And so what I'm seeing is that as these filters clear out, we get almost like a download of clarity that says, this is what I want and this is not what I want, right? It helps us to set really clear boundaries and to be non-attached without expectation to what happens in those relationships, because we get really clear on what we want. And of course, if you're really clear on what you want and what your truth is, then you can manifest what you want, right? You can manifest the reality that's in alignment for you. So these filters have to clear. And, you know, as I mentioned, a lot of competition, a lot of expectation, a lot of things around living in joy or not being able to live in joy, around disappointment. Those are all really ripe to be cleared at this point. But there may be other trauma filters that you have in place, other ways in which you're looking at the world, maybe through a really negative lens, right? I've been seeing that too, where people have this very negative view of what's happening, and that's not actually what's going on. They just are meeting the world in that place of negativity because that's what they think is safe for them, or that's the filter that they have in place. So these are major, like, world altering things that are clearing out. These are moments, and I love eclipses for this, where something shifts and all of a sudden, bam, I'm in a different state of being, right? I'm completely looking at something different. Something that was really creating a lot of fear for me, a lot of constriction for me, is just gone. And that's what's possible with these eclipse energies. And remember, we're in the portal right now, right? So we had the first eclipse. They're always, you know, coming in a bookend here. We've got the next one this weekend. So this is a great time to pay really close attention to what isn't serving and be in this place of action to say, I'm ready to release it, right? I keep asking my clients when I get to these trauma filters in their field, I'm like, are you sure you're ready to release this? Because this is going to mean that your reality is very different. And are you ready for that? And they always say yes, but there's always a little bit of hesitation, right? Because we are a little bit afraid of change. So this is a time to be bold, okay? This is a time to say, yeah, I'm not subscribing to that anymore. I'm ready to release it. And if you'd like to go deep on these trauma filters, I'm super excited about this healing circle because the processes that are coming in to clear these are so cool. And I can see them quantumly, like as little mechanical structures in people's fields that are ready to be released. So we'll be doing that healing circle next Wednesday, the 18th at 7:30. And I'll put a link below this video so you can join that circle if you want. Subscribers are already included. And yeah, we do these healing circles every month, and you can always pop in and pop out if you like the topic, or you can subscribe and join us every month, and it becomes like this energetic ascension community that we're a part of, where we evolve together and we work on these themes in groups, and it's awesome to work on this stuff in groups. So I hope you'll check it out, and if not, happy shifting this month. It's gonna be a wild ride, okay? So take your time. None of the themes that we're working on this month are easy. I didn't even talk about the repressed feminine piece. I'll come back on and talk about that later this month, because that's going to continue to be at the surface. Emotions are not going to be able to be ignored this month. Our feminine is not going to be able to be ignored this month. So have an amazing rest of your week. I hope to see some of you in the healing circle, and thanks so much for watching and being a part of this community. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're seeing this on Facebook, don't forget to like our page so you don't miss our videos. And I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you all for watching. Bye.